Hello and welcome back to MATLAB. Now let us discuss about the first problem, which is tan 36 degrees divided by cot 54 degrees. And you just need to remember one point, that we are discussing about the complementary angles here. So the sum of two angles that are given in the problem, they are always equals to 90 degrees. So let us start the first problem, which is tan 36 degrees divided by cot 54 degrees. So we can change any one angle, we can change any one, either the numerator or the denominator. Let me take the denominator. Before that, we know that the complementary angle formula that is related to the cot theta is 90 degrees minus theta. Cot 90 degrees minus theta equals to tan theta. Cot 90 degrees minus theta equals to tan theta. We know that sum of 36 degrees and 54 degrees is 90 degrees. Then we need to find the value of 54 degrees here. We need to change it in 90 degrees minus theta. Then we are shifting it to here. So this becomes 90 degrees minus 36 degrees, which is 54 degrees. Now the theta value here is 36. So you can write, uh, just give me a second. So now you can write tan 36 degrees divided by cot, you can write 54 as 90 minus 36. So cot 90 degrees minus 36 degrees. And we know the formula that cot 90 degrees minus theta is always equals to tan theta. So now this becomes tan 36 degrees divided by cot 90 minus theta, which is tan theta. So what is the theta value here? 36 degrees. So tan 36 degrees divided by tan 36 degrees, both gets cancelled and you will be left with 1. So now let us see the next problem, which is second one. It is given as cos 12 degrees minus sine 78 degrees. So let us solve this. So here it is the same thing again. You can add up 78 degrees plus 12 degrees. 12 degrees, 78 degrees, which is 90 degrees. So you can change either cos or sine. It's up to you. Let me change the cos for you here. So we know that the cos complementary angle formula is cos 90 degrees minus theta equals to sine theta. So you can write, we need 12 as answer. So I am shifting the 78 to here. So this becomes 90 degrees minus 78 degrees is equals to 12 degrees. So cos, you can write 12 degrees as 90 minus 78. So cos 90 degrees minus 78 degrees equals to, minus sine 78 degrees. Sine 78 degrees. So cos 90 minus theta is sine theta. You can write sine 78 degrees minus sine 78 degrees. So both minus becomes 0. So this is the value of 0. And a point to be remembered, no need of writing all these things in the answer. If you have a clarity about the formulas that we are mentioning here, you can directly write the steps, like cos 12 degrees minus sine 78 degrees would be the given data, and then you can write directly this formula, cos 90 degrees minus theta equals to sine theta. Then you can substitute and write the answer. I'm just explaining you the method to solve this. It's up to you. You can write it or you can ignore it. It's up to you. Next, we go to the third problem, which is cosecant 31 degrees minus secant 59 degrees. So here the same scenario, 31 plus 59. 31 degrees plus 59 degrees is 90 degrees. Now let me change the second value. Here I have changed the first value, right? Now let me change the second value here. The complementary formula which is related to the secant is secant 90 degrees minus theta equals to cosecant theta. Now let me write, we need to get the value of 59. So let me change it to the other side, 31 degrees to the other side. So 90 degrees minus 31 degrees is 59 degrees. So here the theta degrees value is 31. Now let me write cosecant 31 degrees minus secant, you can write 59 degrees as 90 minus 31. Secant 90 degrees minus 31 degrees equal to cosecant 31 degrees minus secant 90 minus theta is cosecant theta. So cosecant 31 degrees plus cosecant 31 degrees minus cosecant 31 degrees will be 0. So this is the third problem. Now let us shift to the fourth problem. The problem is sine 15 degrees into secant 75 degrees. Here it is multiplication. Let me take any one sine or the secant, it's up to you. Let me change the sine value here. So the sine value is sine 90 degrees minus theta equals to cos theta, and we know that sum of these two angles would be equal to 90 degrees. 15 plus 75 degrees equals to 90 degrees. Here we are converting the 15 degrees value into 90 degrees minus theta. So we are shifting this to here. So this becomes 15 degrees equals to 90 degrees minus 75 degrees. Now I can write it as sine this 15 degrees as 90 minus 75. So 90 degrees minus 75 degrees into secant 75 degrees. So sine 90 minus theta is cos theta. So cos 75 degrees into secant 75 degrees. We know that cos theta equals to 1 by secant theta. Cos theta equals to 1 by secant theta. Now you can write the cos 75 degrees as 1 by secant 75 degrees into secant 75 degrees. So both secants gets cancelled and you are left out with 1. That is the answer. So now let me shift to the other question, the last one of this section, which is fifth one, tan 26 and tan 64. Tan 26 degrees and tan 64 degrees. So here both are tan, you can change any one of it, and we know that 64 degrees plus 26 degrees is 90. So it's up to you. Let me take the second value, which is tan 64. So to get the value of 64, we need to shift the 26 to here. So this becomes 64 degrees equals to 90 degrees minus 26 degrees. Now I'm changing it, equal to tan 26 degrees into tan. You can write the 64 as 90 minus 26. So 90 degrees minus 26 degrees. We know that tan 90 degrees minus theta equal to cot theta. Now here we can write tan 26 degrees into cot 26 degrees. And we know that cot theta equal to 1 by tan theta. Cot theta equal to 1 by tan theta. Now let me change the value there. So tan 26 degrees into, you can write cot 26 as 1 by tan 26. 1 by tan 26 degrees. Both gets cancelled. Now we are left with the value as 1. So okay, now let us start the second problem. It states that show that tan 48 degrees into tan 16 degrees into tan 42 into tan 34 equals to 1. So in the first question, you can see, as we know that complementary angles with the sum of two angles is 90 degrees. Let us check for those. So if you add 48 plus 42, let me write the question one more time here. Tan 48 degrees, tan 16 degrees, tan 42 degrees, tan 74 degrees. So here we can see 48 plus 42. If you add 48 degrees plus 42 degrees, you will get 90 degrees, and 16 plus 74. 16 degrees plus 74 degrees equals to 90. So here you can change either tan 48 or tan 42. It's up to you. You can take these two values as one value. So let us write in a order here. Tan 48 into tan 42 degrees into tan 16 degrees into tan 74 degrees. Now I'm changing the second value here. So if you want to get the 42 degrees, then you need to shift the 48 degrees to the other side. So then this becomes 48 degrees, 42 degrees equals to 90 degrees minus 48 degrees. Now I want to change the first value here. So for 16 degrees, you need to shift the 74 to the other side. So this becomes 16 degrees equals to 90 degrees minus 74 degrees. Now changing the values of them, tan 48 degrees into tan. You can write 42 as 90 degrees minus 48 degrees into tan. You can write 16 as 90 degrees minus 74 degrees into the last value is tan 74 degrees. So we know that tan 90 degrees minus theta equals to cot theta. So tan 90 degrees minus theta equals to cot theta. So now you are changing the values here. Tan 48 degrees. You can write tan 90 degrees minus theta as cot theta, right? So here the theta value is 48 degrees. So this becomes cot 48 degrees into tan 90 minus theta, which is cot theta. Cot, here the theta value is 74. So cot 74 degrees into tan 74 degrees. Now we know that cot theta equal to 1 by tan theta. So we can write tan 48 degrees into, we can write cot 48 as 1 by tan 48 degrees into cot 74 as 1 by tan 74 degrees into tan 74 degrees. Tan 74, tan 74, tan 48, tan 45, 48. Everything gets cancelled and you will be left with 1, which is he has asked us to prove that this value is equal to 1. So that is the first problem of the second section. Now let us shift to the second problem of the second section. So the second question is cos 36 degrees into cos 54 degrees minus sine 36 degrees into sine 54 degrees equals to 0. He has asked us to prove this. For these kind of problems, you need to change any one angle. Like if you want to change 54 degrees here, then you need to change 54 degrees here. So that would be the procedure. You need to change any one angle from both the things. So now let us start the problem here. So you know that, sorry for that. So 36 degrees plus 54 degrees equals to 90 degrees. 36 plus 54 degrees is 90 degrees. So now let us change it as, we are taking 54 degrees as the angle. So this becomes 90 degrees minus 36 degrees. So cos 36 degrees, we are changing at 54. Cos 90 degrees minus 36 minus sine 36 into, we are changing at 54. So sine 90 degrees minus 36 degrees. So cos, we know that cos 90 degrees minus theta is sine theta. Now substitute the values here. So cos 36 degrees into sine, what is the theta value? 36 degrees minus sine 36 degrees into what is sine 90 minus theta? Sine 90 degrees minus theta is cos theta. So this becomes cos, what is the theta value here? 36. You can see cos into sine and sine into cos both are the same. So both are same, as both are same, we have subtract symbol in the middle, you will get the answer as 0. So this is the second problem of the second section. Now let us discuss the next problem, that is the third one. So in the given question it states that if tan 2a equals cot a minus 18 degrees, where 2a is an acute angle, where 2a is an acute angle, find the value of a. You need to find the value of a. So what is acute angle which is less than 90 degrees? The value which is less than 90 degrees will be acute angle. Now let us start the problem here. So tan 2a equals to cot of a minus 18 degrees. We know that cot 90 degrees minus theta equals to tan theta. Cot 90 degrees minus theta equals to tan theta. Tan theta. Let us assume the value of theta as 2a. Let us assume the theta value as 2a. So then this becomes cot 90 degrees. This value becomes, total value becomes as cot 90 degrees minus, we have considered theta as 2a. So cot 90 degrees minus 2a equals to cot A minus 18 degrees. Both cots get cancelled. Now you are left with 90 degrees minus 2A equals to A minus 18 degrees. So we will shift the like terms to one side. So 2A to one side and 18 degrees to the other side. So 90 degrees, when the minus comes here, it becomes plus. 18 degrees equals to A. When minus 2A shifts to the other side, you will get 2A. So 90 plus 18, this becomes 108 degrees. If there is nothing in front of the A, you can consider it as 1. So 1A plus 2A. 1 plus 2 is 3. So this becomes 3A. So the number which is in multiplication, when we shift to the other side, that becomes divided. So 108 degrees divided by 3. 3 ones are 3 threes are 9. 1 left. You're left with 1. So 3 6 are 18. So therefore, A equals to 36 degrees. Therefore, angle A equals to 36 degrees.